Oklahoma is getting $3.5 million from the Biden administration to fight gun violence.
Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron has more on how the money will be used.
Well, the money comes from the Safer Communities Act, which President Biden calls the most significant measure to curb gun violence in 3 decades. Law enforcement officials in Oklahoma say the need is real.
It's very real. We know that the gun violence is a problem across our state.
And DA Council Chairman Matt Ballard says the funding will help the state address one of the root causes, mental illness.
To provide things like specialty court programs, veterans court, mental health court, things like that are going to be very directly targeted to dealing with our mental health crisis and trying to deal with the violence that often comes with that.
We got multiple victims at this time.
The latest reminder of the innocent lives that are at stake came this week in Michigan.
Every day in this country, communities wake up and are grappling with the impacts of gun violence.
In the wake of mass shootings last year in Buffalo and Uvalde, Texas, President Biden called on Congress to ban assault weapons. The Safer Communities Act fell well short of that, but administration officials say it will save lives.
We do expect to see results. These are strategies that we know can prevent violence.
While some funding will likely be used by police to get guns off the streets and keep them out of the wrong hands, the DA Council sees this primarily as a way to get more people who are at risk of becoming violent into treatment.
It's hard being in law enforcement and seeing the mental health crisis that we're seeing and to not have resources to address that. It's difficult. And so this grant goes a long way to addressing those concerns.
Ballard says they should be able to start doling out the money within the next few months. The state has until September 2026 to spend it. At the White House, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.